Oh, hey. Hey. The Devil Lands. Let's get it to... Give it to May. Guess I'll check these just in case. I don't think the game is going to be that cheeky about it. Turbo Pepper. That to Silo. Stop them. Lord Darksoul must not be disturbed. Must get inside the tower. Smash through these monsters quickly, Axelrod. Demon Master. Got Ice Worms. Steel Claw. Oh yeah. This is the point in the game where it's like, if you didn't promote your people and level them up, you're going to be having a much more difficult time. Thankfully, I can actually, utilize my fast-moving peoples. Get Domingo up here. Nice thing about Etrian Odyssey is that the game offers you an enemy radar. So while random, the encounters are predictable and you can always prepare for it. That reminds me, Legend of Dragoon does something similar to that, where when the little triangle above the head is red, it means you're going to get into an enemy encounter soon. Hey, if Legend of Dragoon can have random encounters that take ages apparently, why not Etrian Odyssey? Well, does anybody really want to spend a ridiculous amount of time in a random encounter just so that you can exit that random encounter and then go into another really long random encounter? Like 2 or 3 battles ahead of me right now, and the hardest fight for you in this game so far was the darn marionette. I'm struggling. That last battle that I just did, that one was a little bit more of a struggle. I anticipate this one's going to be a little bit more of a struggle as well, because my units, ever since I leveled up Axelrod, I haven't felt inclined to promote my people as fast as maybe one should. And I haven't done any grinding or anything like that. So I feel like the game is telling me, like, your stats are are not up to snuff right now. And you need to fix that. And I'm behind the curve on that. That's it? You got 2 turntables and a microphone? Oh, snaps. Just a casual 12 damage. No problem. Against arguably my strongest character, if not my strongest character. When you were a kid, your best friend's dad owned a video game movie rental store. When he went out of business, you spent too much money buying everything you could, being a young teen, working your butt off to buy games. That sounds like it was pretty awesome. Although I guess your friend's father's business is probably not awesome. It's going out of business, but you know, Blockbuster and Game Crazy and all that. Not expecting you to take 10 damage, but I should have expected that. Is Pell really the right man for the job? Do not envy having a GameCube, especially as the Wii allowed you to play the Pokemon games that released on it. Favorite console is either PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 4, both have fantastic libraries. Favorite console? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure what my answer to that would be. I think the PlayStation 2 is 100% in the conversation. PlayStation 2 is a console of consoles. You know, last time you did like 36 damage. Well, let's see if you can do something similar to that. That was similar. You might die for this, but you know, if you can kill this, which I don't think you can, but if you could, you did. Okay, now we just need Domingo to go before that guy, and he did. Let's go, Domingo. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what my favorite console is. PlayStation 3 might be in the conversation because I just have a ton of PlayStation 3 games. Nintendo DS could potentially enter the conversation just because there's so many games on it that I've played over the years, and I've enjoyed a lot of them. I have no idea. I think if even me not owning a PlayStation 2 for any reasonable amount of time and never really getting to dive into the library as much as I have, I think the PlayStation 2 is probably what I would default to, because the amount of games that were on that console, the amount of good games that were on that console, the amount of just really cool things that the console did and the experiences that it gave, dwarfs so many other offerings out there. You know, I've played my fair share of PlayStation 2 games on stream, and a lot of those have been very, very solid experiences. So I might default to that. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. It would probably be the console that I have the most games for, and PlayStation 3 is probably that console for me. I have a lot of PlayStation 3 games. Currently have 4 original Sega Genesis, 5 Genesis Slims, and 5 or 6 NESs. Like consoles, or no, I guess it has to be consoles. Why would you only have four games for the Sega Genesis? Unless there's only 4 games worth playing and owning on the Sega Genesis. Anyone ever requested you a non-story based game? And if so, would you accept it? How would you go about it? And would you time the experience? Or perhaps give it a week of content for it? A non-story based game? Elaborate. I'm assuming you mean like, would you like to play Mario Tennis or something like that, you know, like something that doesn't have a story in it, but I'm not actually 100% sure. I don't want to try out Diesel on these enemies, because these enemies are, well, they hit like trucks. Also, Diesel, it has like a skull or something. It could be a instant kill type spell, and I don't want to waste 8 MP on that. And yo, man. You're in the camp of decluttering the house. Old consoles are great, but you found yours were just eating up storage space, so you traded them all. Once upon a time, I was in the position of I have all of these games that I've already beaten and played, you know? I don't need them anymore, so let me trade them into GameStop. And me nowadays, looking back, that was the worst idea I could have ever done. Sure, by trading in all of those games, I got to play other games, and you know, like that was very much a good thing. But I've had so much desire to go back and play some of the games that I traded in, and it sucks because not only do I not remember all of those games, but the pricings for some of those games are like through the roof now. I paid, I think, somewhere close to $300 to get the Xenosaga games again. I think it was around $300 for all 3 Xenosaga games. And I think it was a little bit less than $300, you know, like $270 or something like that. But like, it was a lot of money, and I had owned all of those games already in the past. So, you know, I'm just out here in the business of wasting money. And, you know, it's just very, very disappointing. Let's see. I don't want to move right there because those guys have proven to have ranged attacks. Very similar idea then. The Etrian Odyssey radar changes from blue to red, showing the proximity of the next encounter as the color changes in the rainbow fashion. Gotcha, gotcha. You could use some healing, but not today. Store them, and once a year you bust them out for a few weeks and play old games on your old CRT TV. Brings you back to your youth. Also the double attack, let's go, man. I could run up on that guy. Oh yeah, I saw Aromio mentioned yesterday, and I failed to respond to this because I'm a terrible person, saying that you did not recognize the saying "run up on someone like a phone bill," and that is actually me referencing a lyric that Eminem has on his track "Kill Shot," which is a diss track towards Machine Gun Kelly, where he says something along the lines of, "Run up on him like a phone bill, spraying lead. Playing dead, that's the only time you hold steel." Eminem's got some bars. Killshot's a great track, by the way. It's not a clump up just in case these claw dudes have some sort of like crazy magical attack. I will de-soul you. Yeah, that looks like an insta-kill. And definitely not worth my time. Let's put you here so you can get some healing. Certainly one of the consoles that exists. It had Jak and Daxter and Jak and Daxter. PlayStation 2 had some. PlayStation 2 had Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts 2 Covenant. I guess it's just Shadow Hearts 2 or it's Shadow Hearts Covenant. Guess it's not both. It had Final Fantasy X. Everybody loves Final Fantasy X. I think it had Final Fantasy 12 as well. Everybody loves Final Fantasy X. I actually don't hear too many people liking Final Fantasy 12, but you know, maybe that's just what I hear. PlayStation 2 was your favorite? It had an amazing library of games. Only sad thing was that globalization was still catching up, and some games in the US weren't released in the UK. Yeah. Feel your pain on that one. I believe the European regions did not get access. Well, this is not a PlayStation 2 game, but didn't get access. You know what? I'm just not even going to talk about it because it has nothing to do with anything. Your opinion of the PlayStation 2 is one of the darkest times in gaming. It was arguably during when you delved deepest into Magic the Gathering, just to devoid the sheer drought PlayStation 2 offered. My goodness. I can understand that you wouldn't generally like the PlayStation 2 all too much because you had mentioned that you weren't really a JRPG fan, and that was the JRPG console basically. So I get it. With Blase level 1. It offered Crash Twinsanity, which is your favorite Crash Bandicoot, till It's About Time came out. Let's do your 1 damage. When every game thought it was cool to have guns in it. When Insomniac stopped making Spyro and made Ratchet and Clank instead, when the Jak series was somewhat ruined after 1 because it was turned into a shooting adventure instead. You hated the PlayStation 2 era. At least the PlayStation 3 era had 3 games you enjoyed, including Ni no Kuni, Tokyo Jungle. But for you, the cloud only cleared once the PlayStation 4 brought it back. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I guess you could just stay right here. Although, do I want you going up here? Probably do. Kind of want to, like, kill this guy before he does irreparable harm to me. Not 100% sure how I want to accomplish that. Oh, you know, I could have auto-attacked. Then again, we would have missed. There are all manner of non-story games that you that kind of have their own structure they would lean to. Let's say Trackmania, which is a whole bunch of racetracks for you to race on, or Hearthstone with its rank system. Aha. I see. I'm not 1,000% sure how I would go about those. I would say that there's not a lot of appeal in me playing games like that, I guess. Like, I have to say this in a very specific way, and it's not the easiest thing to do. I would rather put my time on stream into games that have an end. If a game does not have an end, it's much less I don't know how I want to say this. Yeah, I don't know how I want to say that. It's just like I could put time into a game that has an end, and then I can move on to the next game. Where a game that doesn't have an end, it's certainly very nebulous where you want to call it quits. I already have people on YouTube being like, like, oh, you didn't do the stuff after, the credits for Pikmin 2. And I'm like, well, yeah, because I reached the credits. Like, how many games? I mean, obviously they're not watching every single playthrough that I put on YouTube, but like, how many games out there do I actually? Wow, you get to go again. How many games out there do I play after the credits? Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was an example, and like that was just for like an hour of me just goofing around. There's not a lot of games, but there's been plenty of games that offer things after the credits have rolled. There was a Dragon Quest XI was another game. It's not really something that it, like, I guess appeals to me as much as would like. And so when I think about playing a game that doesn't have an end, it's like, where does it stop, I guess? When do I get satisfied? When does the person that requested it get satisfied? It gets kind of weird. So my response would be, I probably wouldn't outright reject it, like right away, but I'm certainly less inclined to play any of those types of games. Because a game with an end is a game with an end. Hey, No the Otter. No the Otter showed up, and now the chat is moving giga fast. Oh no, I can't keep up with this stuff. The PlayStation 2 GameCube era was also be remembered as the death of Rareware. The dev for the Nintendo 64 when Microsoft entered the fray, just so they could buy out Rare from Nintendo and leave them in the dust when Donkey Kong Racing was scrapped because of legal entanglement between Rare and Nintendo. Dark, dark times for gaming, which you're grateful to be out of. That's definitely a questionable purchase from Microsoft for sure. Mainstream games like that are puke. Oof. That's. I did forget that Adrenaline is not much of a mainstream gamer. Very much an appreciator of the niche variety. Because of Shadow Hearts and Final Fantasy. Oh, PlayStation 2 also let you play those PlayStation 1 games you missed, like Final Fantasy 9. Backwards compatibility, man. Bring it back. Bring it back. What happened to it? It's ridiculous. You still have your American PlayStation 2, and to get a power converter for it as well, so your UK power outlets didn't blow it up. Comes with games like Grandia, 3, Xenosaga, Wild Arms, and more. Apps. Grandia. Haven't played Grandia 3. I have played Grandia 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, 18 damage. See, this is why these guys are dangerous. We're gonna have to slow roll this as well. We're gonna kill this one. And then we're gonna wait, or then we're gonna drag him all the way back, and then he's gonna kill the next one, and then we'll just figure out how we're gonna kill the last one. Domingo. Which means plenty of time to catch up on chat, maybe. As a JRPG fan, you think it's an absolute joke to think the PlayStation 2 offered anything significant. Whoa, okay. Relax. Come on. The PlayStation 2 had the games of games. If it were to do something like that, you would do as suggested and offer a total hours spent on it, or make it simple and dedicate a week of streams to it if desired. Yeah, I don't I don't know. I guess I don't have a great answer for it, as judged by my not great answer that I gave, but I will, like I originally said, I won't outright uh uh um what's it called, uh outright rejected, but it's probably something that won't survive. But you know, it depends on the game. I've played games that don't have ends on stream before. I've played World of Warcraft. I've played Mario Tennis Aces. I've played Star Wars: The Old Republic. I've played Magic: The Gathering Arena. You know, I'm not a stranger. I played Hearthstone on stream. I'm definitely not a stranger to playing those games on stream. It's just I'm like, is there much point in playing them nowadays? I've certainly transitioned away from them. Oh my gosh. I moved too close. I moved way too close. You have a ranged attack too? And I'm dead? Well. Alright. I got a mark anyway, so I'll catch up on chat. Man, I still can't believe you called PlayStation 2 an absolute joke for JRPG fans. Like, that was the JRPG console. What console out there has more JRPG games than the PlayStation 2? I wonder. You think you get what I mean? Something along the lines of having that complete experience. I don't necessarily think it's the complete experience aspect. It's more that, well, I've tried explaining myself and I can't, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Trolls are a part of life, and handling them is something you and I will get used to. The discussion of Rareware's death earlier. Did stream some Star Fox Adventures a bit ago. Their last hurrah. Was that the one that had Crystal in it? Because I had a desire like years ago to play that game. No, the Otter's favorite era was the GameCube. See, I mentioned this earlier, like, if I looked in the past, I would have said the GameCube as well, but I feel like the GameCube, when I look at it now, it just didn't have enough games. Sixth gen, like Dreamcast, GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, GBA. Saw so many creative experimental games. It's the last golden era. Wouldn't see most of that stuff today. Ooh, that's an interesting discussion. I don't know if I'd lump Xbox as part of the golden era. Dreamcast definitely had some cool stuff. It's such a shame that the Dreamcast did not take off. Indie games have never been more popular than today. I would argue that that indie games basically didn't exist before, you know, these last 1 or 2 or 3 generations. Bring back backwards compatibility. Yep. You do hope the Switch 2 has backwards compatibility. I do as well. You did pick up Xenogears, Vagrant Story, and Final Fantasy Tactics finally. I liked Xenogears. Never played Vagrant Story. I liked Final Fantasy Tactics as well. Now you're going to attribute everything good to the world, to the thing you like, so that it has an insurmountable wall of irrefutable without any real connection as to why it's preposterous. Games of games doesn't even mean anything. It's fair, I guess. Edge of Eternity is less than £8. I believe that's pounds on the PlayStation Network. However, you're still trying to work out if it's worthwhile purchase, even for that amount of a discount. It's been a while since I played Edge of Eternity, but I feel like they had some good things going for it, and my nostalgia brain is telling me that it wasn't a terrible game or anything like that. So it's a lengthy game. I feel like you're gonna get like if you have dollars for hours of playtime or whatever, you'll get your money's worth for £8. Man, I'm going to resist the urge to look up PlayStation 2 games, but you know what? Let me just check how many PlayStation 2 games I have played. Okay. Let's just check. I've played 8 PlayStation 2 games. Shadow Hearts from the New World, Dark Cloud 1, giga meh. Final Fantasy 12, pretty solid. Femoral Fantasia, Radiata Stories, giga Shadow Hearts Covenant, really good. Shadow Hearts, pretty good. Rogue Galaxy, pretty good. And that's all that I got. But if I go to over here, got 21. Look at that. Dot Hack Infection. All the Dot Hack games. Tons of people out there love Dot Hack. Beyond Good and Evil. Did that release on the PlayStation 2? Do I own that on the PlayStation 2? I guess I do own that for the PlayStation 2. Beyond Good and Evil. Game is amazing. Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter? Come on. I already said Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud 2, I haven't played that one. I hear people say it's better than Dark Cloud 1. Dragon Quest 8 Journey of the Cursed King. That's like everyone's favorite Dragon Quest. Legaia 2? Never played that one. Suikoden 3 through 5 and Tactics. I don't hear very many good things about Suikoden 3. I hear 5 is good. And then there's the Xenosaga games. I played Xenosaga 1 and got incredibly bored. So yeah, there's that. Which is why I traded them into GameStop and then regretted it because it costed me like $1 jillion. But yeah, I feel like there's also other games that I like haven't played or haven't added onto that list or whatever. But there's some good good PlayStation 2 games. Like, let's think about the GameCube. All right. What did the GameCube have? Pikmin 1, Animal Crossing. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Crystal Chronicles, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. What was that? I think there was. It's at the like. It's at the. I see it and I can't. I can't remember it. I think Skies of Arcadia was GameCube as well. A lot of people like that game. Man, I really wish I could remember this game. It's like right there, but I can't recall it. I need to mark though. And also, yes, that death was very much BS.